Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
My name's Ashley.
My name is Kaylee.
Let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends diving deeper into the void of nothingness. Welcome back to a random Wednesday where we bring to you random thoughts from Ashley and Kaylee, meaning absolutely nothing.
Guys, I'm sorry.
It was a very valid crash out, though. Very, very valid.
Oh my god! Just
you know what? It's hard. You know, when working with any type of like technology program that like provides clips or anything, it's difficult for them to be like, "Hey, you should clip this." Also,
can you just clip forward? As much as I love hearing the Twitter gay debates and the am I a lesbian debates that are in the
kind of love that is what they clipped. They were just like, are they twins or are they just gay? They could be both. You never know now.
Yeah, you'll never know.
You'll never know.
I should listen to that clip. It'd be really funny. But
oh my gosh.
We are given every once in a while. Sometimes we're given like 20 clips, and I'm like, this is phenomenal. Sometimes we're given like 6 clips, and I'm like, 4 of these
are useless to us, and we cannot release that.
Like the one that I posted yesterday. Everybody, now you get a little behind the scenes, was technically a pre-intro clip, but it worked because we were talking about quotes, we were talking about the book slightly, and we were talking about things, and I'm like, it's fine. I just posted it.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll be okay.
It's fun. It's okay. At least I'm not crashing out about bread.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I mean.
No, I can't.
Okay.
I'm already on my soapbox, and I'm so close to stepping higher. I don't know if you want me to start yelling about bread.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I might do it. I feel it in my soul.
I mean, but then we could always just debate: is soup a drink or is soup a food?
I feel like it depends on the soup.
Isn't that what Avery always asks us? They're like,
yes, is broth. It was is broth a food?
Is broth a food? And the answer is yes.
Broth is a food. I have drinking broth before, though.
You have drank broth?
When I was younger. What?
I drink broth all the time.
Yeah,
it's not weird.
No.
Also, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. According to all the health nuts and stuff, if you start your day off with like 1 cup of bone broth, it's supposed to be healthier than starting your day off with coffee. Sorry, I really have to say it that way because I cannot take myself seriously when I'm like, oh yeah, like, by the way, drinking a cup of bone broth is supposed to be like better for your health and your skin than coffee is. Just sounds fucking weird. Like, I'm sorry. First of all, number one, I'm not a health guru. Don't think about that. But also, drinking broth is good.
Yeah. Also, like, and it's also, I like the taste. I used to get...
It's nice, like, it's convenient, and it fills you up for longer, and it's like, I ate but didn't really eat.
Yeah,
like, I ate a snack. Like, my snack was broth.
Yeah, it's great. Oh my god, I know you told me, and I know I've been talking about it for so long. My entire For You page is just sushi. And it's so
Ashley
lovely.
Has been craving sushi for like...
I had poke the other day. Poke?
Oh, I love that for you. Good job.
Thank you.
Ashley has just been like craving sushi so bad. And so I've just been sending her videos of it. And it's hard because she lives in the middle of like landlocked area.
Oh my god. So, I mean, I do have like, giant ass lakes near me, but that's not where you get.
I mean, you can,
I guess.
Like freshwater farmed salmon. And see, that's the thing is like when I sent you like the video about the Costco thing, it's their farmed salmon because most of the time farmed salmons will not have parasites like wild freshly caught salmon will because they have no way of getting it unless their tanks were infected.
It has
because they're farmed.
There is
and yes, there's a really big debate about farmed salmon. Yes, of course. Excuse me, Ashley, did you really have to check to see if there were salmon in the biggest lakes in the entire US? I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
You live next to the Great fucking Lakes and you had to check to see if there was fish in it? That sounded crazy. This lake is like bigger than your fucking state. I'm sorry.
It is huge.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to double check before I started talking.
It's good. It's okay. I'm okay. That's okay.
but I am in a landlocked state, and so I don't get. And I grew up in California, and so I miss my sushi there. And now all my For You page is teasing me, and I really want to go back to that. Actually, there is a really, really good sushi place here near me, and I've been craving it. And I imagine the roll, and it's so good. And I'm like, this is how I know I love food, because I can sit here and just think about this and just be so content with my life.
Yeah, and then make Kaylee start salivating, and I'm like, oh, fuck, it's fine.
I know, literally. But oh my god, back to the poke that I had. Oh my god, I got it right.
Oh, was it from the same place that Justine took me? Do you guys have more than one place?
We have the sushi place I don't think you went to. Then we
I didn't go to the sushi place, and then there was just the poke place next to the
Kroger.
Yes, I was like, yes, it's next to some sort of grocery store of some sort, and I couldn't remember if it was Walmart, Kroger, or
Meijer.
I was like, I couldn't even remember if it was a grocery store or if it was like a really large boot barn or
something. Yeah.
Something.
Yes, we went there.
I can't remember.
And I got the thing, and it was very delicious. I was eating it, and my brain went, and I ate it, and I had this giant glob. Oh my god.
Glob of
wasabi. I wasabi bombed myself so bad.
Hilarious.
Because I was like in my head I was just eating it because I was so hungry. I was like, it's avocado. And so then I saw
that.
the light, my life flash before my eyeballs. And I like wasabi.
I was gonna say, I was like, next time we get together, the little challenges where they do the sushi and then they put a ton of wasabi underneath it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we should do that. I think it'd be fun. I could really clear my sinuses out.
To not have it affect you as bad.
Oh, what's the trick? Is there an actual trick?
Mm-hmm. Plug your nose. Because it's triggered by oxygen.
Oh. I mean, I guess that's true because I don't plug my nose. I just stop breathing.
Yeah, so do I. I'm like, I'm dead. I was like, I'm dying. And it also, it tingled the top of my skull. I
love the feeling. I know that it sounds crazy.
It was so
wild.
But
there are certain times
so weird.
where it's I'm so stuffed up that I'm like, oh, nah, I need it. No, I need this feeling.
It was very jarring when I wasn't expecting it.
That's valid.
And I mean, it was not just a little bit. It was an entire bite. And I was like, I'm going to die. And then I stopped breathing. And I was like, it's fine. And then it tingled the top of my skull. And I was like, and he was like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, but it's fine. I will be.
No, I'm not okay. No.
So yes, I wasabi bombed myself. That's the first time I've ever done that. And
that's crazy.
And I do like wasabi. It was just a fuck ton of wasabi.
Yeah. I mean, I love the fact that the first thought was, this is avocado. And I'm like,
I don't know why. I think it's just because I was eating it so quick. I'm like, avocado. Oh.
I love that. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
See, and this is also why I'm like, I really do want you to go to Costco and get one of the frozen salmons and do it. And cure it and do all this stuff.
I do. I should. I've also just been craving tuna and yellowtail and all the other fish.
So valid.
I recently got introduced to yellowtail, and it is quite good.
Oh, it's so good.
It's
honestly
so good.
I really love texture, and so I know that the conch and the needle nose clams are not people's favorites because of how chewy they are, but I'm like, oh, I fucking love that.
I love it. It's so good.
I love it so much.
Which is really
the texture
funny
of it
because I don't like the texture of fat, but I like that texture.
It's more of the texture of gristle.
That's true.
So if you like gristle, then you'll like that. I also feel it's kind of a mix between gristle and if you've ever eaten like a heart or something like that.
I have not.
What?
I have not. I've had liver.
Yeah, I mean, liver's great.
But I have not had heart. Liver is great. I really enjoyed it.
Really?
Yeah. I just stepped on my bruise, and it hurts.
You still have that bruise?
Yes, I do. It's been 1.5 years.
Yeah, no. Maybe you should just start taking some arnica supplements. Have you started?
not
Like,
even
have you done
just-
that?
No, I have talked to my doctor. I've had it re-x-rayed. I've gone to a
Yeah.
foot specialist. Nothing's broken. You just I don't get my feeling back. And like the bruise,
I guess I'm
isn't-
confused about the discoloration and why they're not more concerned about the discoloration of like the long-lasting discoloration.
if you get a bad enough bruise, it can scar in a way, and so it's kind of like a scarring. And now it's just really sensitive.
As long as they think that it's just a scar.
I would not be shocked if I broke this foot and it just didn't show up on X-rays because it was so swollen.
Got it.
I mean, I would not be shocked. The way when I was walking and it was cracking, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But
I'm like, you should start taking that.
Good to know. Can you text me the name?
Yeah. Because arnica is what I was recommended to it when I started dancing, because when you dance, you just get a fuck ton of bruises, and it literally looks like you got beat, and you're like, I'm not getting beat on a daily basis. I'm just doing it to myself. It's cool.
Yep. I bruise so easily. I whacked my hand the other day, and I'm like,
yeah,
like
so
so gently,
arnica
like,
will definitely help with that, because like even like it'll help you not bruise as much. I don't know what it. Sorry,
it's a symptom of
itching
EDS.
That makes sense. But like I don't know what. Arnica is a plant, number one. It's like a plant supplement, but I don't know like what are the specific properties that causes it to help you not bruise as much, but it is something to do with that. It also like helps like in terms of like muscle inflammation and stuff.
I love that.
So it'll also help with that. I was like, sorry, he just keeps itching, and I'm like, are you okay, sir? Like right now, what are we doing? But yeah,
I need to get.
definitely.
I know, and I have a doctor's appointment coming up.
Nice.
Because like my crescent stepped right where Percy stepped on my foot, and so now it's just sore, and I'm like, ow, fuck, it hurts. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just always gonna not have, because like I can't feel my pinky toe, and I can't feel like where it got stepped on, but I can feel underneath and where the pain is.
I wonder why that's also like why your balance is really thrown off recently, because you can't feel your pinky toe.
Has my balance been really bad?
Is that even a question?
I was like, I didn't think it's gotten. I've always just had good balance.
No, but like consistently since yes, Ashley, if you haven't noticed, consistently since you've gotten that foot injury, you do like tip over easier now.
That makes sense.
Specifically to that side.
I think it's because I baby the foot.
Especially like as you walk, you're just like, ah. Like, oh my god.
I also know my back gives out sometimes, so that's a
No,
different
for
thing.
sure. But
yeah.
Did you know that your toes have direct relationship with your balance?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Almost like I went to anatomy and all of my
I'm so
nursing.
proud of you, because when I said that, you looked at me like I was fucking crazy to ever think that like your toes could have anything to do with your
Well, I
fucking
just
balance.
didn't realize. I just never thought about it. And in the sense of I'm like, oh, I guess since that incident. Interesting. Wow, it hurt too. That was awful. Don't get stepped on. 0 out of 10 experience. But back to sushi.
Yes, back to
Yes,
sushi.
I agree that I should. You know, maybe my balance, because I also baby the other side of my foot because of the other things on my feet. And so,
I mean,
but
I do think that you should be like getting ankle braces and like wearing more braces, but
I do wear my ankle a lot. My
or
ankle's gotten
just
a lot
like
less
at
stability.
least like wrap it every day, like for support, or like wear fucking high tops or something. Honestly, like not gonna lie, like the reason why I wear high tops like
You
as
also
much
roll
as
your
I
ankles
do.
a lot.
Not that well, first of all, no, I don't roll my ankle a lot. Number one, I'm not nearly as clumsy as Ashley. I will have to say that. I have to say it just to clear the air. Not nearly clumsy as Ashley,
I'm
but
very
no,
clumsy.
just like as I walk, for like long distances, I can feel the joints in my ankles. Like first of all, I've always been able to feel the joints in my ankle, but like I've noticed, like, and I noticed since I was younger, which is why I've always been like, everybody's like, I've always been a Converse girly. I don't care.
Used to be a Converse girly.
I'm still a Converse girly.
I love them.
I'm a Converse stan.
Not allowed to wear them anymore after my knee surgeries.
And well, yeah, because they're really flat-footed, shoes.
Yeah, because my doctor.
They now have like different like insoles and like inserts that have like more of
my
an
doctor
arch.
wanted me, and they still do, where it's like I need to have a lot of support in the shoe.
Yeah. Yes, and you should be wearing orthopedic shoes. Yes, that is correct.
I love my
the ugly orthopedic shoes.
I like mine with the ones that you got where you could step on the back.
Oh, the Kizik's.
Thank you, those.
Yes.
Obsessed. I love those. They make my life
they so nice?
much easier, and the back is, oh my gosh. I need to get another pair.
I also, I really, those are, my consistent walking shoes. Like,
oh, they're so nice.
They're very, very nice.
They help me not roll my ankle as much, too, which is really nice. But, when I'll be walking...
they give, a little bit of a higher support on the ankle.
And, ever since I was little, I remember when I was little, I was, 5. I was walking once, and... Because, my ankles are very double-jointed. How shocking.
That's
and,
crazy.
This is my foot, and, okay, hold on. Well, whatever. This is my foot, and, my ankle's up here, right? My ankle, or my foot will just go to the side, and my ankle will be the one on the floor. I'll feel my ankle hit the floor, I'll twist it that hard.
Yeah, no.
And I guess it's been doing that a little bit more, but...
Yeah, see, that's why
I
just
wild.
Feel like you need
I also have a really, really bad habit of, because no one I've talked to ever, experienced this, and it makes me really upset. But do you ever walk, and the arch of your foot, that muscle, when you pull your foot up, when you're about to take another step, you pull your foot up, feel like that muscle's, ripping in half?
Which muscle? Your foot has so many different muscles.
I know. The one, where, the ball of your foot to your heel. That one that, it just feels like it's gonna rip when you walk.
Yes.
Not, a lot.
Not consistently, but that really happens, when my, muscles are, really cramping and I need to roll out my muscles.
Yeah. So then, that happens to me when, I walk a lot.
Yeah.
And... But then, I've gotten into the really bad habit, and I noticed this the first time when I was walking in San Francisco. It was so bad, because we had to walk back to the hotel, and we had, 5 miles, and it was so, I could barely walk. I was limping so bad. And so instead of walking like this, I started walking like this on the back, the side of my foot.
Don't do that. That's really bad for
you. Oh,
it's
so bad for you. But now when I get that pain, I just flunk, and I'm like, Ashley,
don't do that.
But it's also so, there's no winning, because it's one of those, I can't rub it out. It doesn't go away unless I sit down for hours. And so it's the pain. I'm like, there's no way to win this.
Yeah.
So, but it's such a, and I'll stand on the side of my feet. I'll do that. I'm like, why am I doing that? And it's so
consistently,
bad.
I encourage you to have mobility aids with you.
Yeah, I know.
Consistently.
Yeah. And I have my cane now.
I know.
I could whack people with my cane.
I love it.
I mean, I
it's my favorite thing in the entire world.
If I see somebody here, I can just whack them.
Yeah. I love it. Be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. I lost control. That's crazy that you just... that's crazy that your shin just, walked into my cane. That's insane. Maybe you should, be better at walking.
Yeah,
you should just look where you're fucking going, you nerd.
Literally, I can just whack people.
I love that for you.
Now, would I whack anybody? No. There's a couple specific people I would whack.
Yeah, that's valid. Mm-hmm. That's so valid. Very
a couple
consistent.
people, and I'm like, if I saw you, back.
Yeah, that's valid.
And my cane's light. It won't do much. It might just stun people, and then I have time to.
I mean, still, if you're hitting their shins with it, it's gonna hurt.
Especially if you hit it with the head of it.
Yeah, I mean, regardless.
Anyway,
regardless, hitting your shin on the side of a table or something
Did you have a razor scooter as a kid?
Yeah, like
Oh my
hitting your ankle on that, or like when you lost at Skip It. Yeah.
Oh
not
my
fun.
gosh, no.
When you lost at Skip It, it was not fun.
No, it wasn't. Oh my god.
You really knew when you lost.
Yes, you did. It was not.
You really knew when you lost on that game. Also, like, I don't know. It's just
Were you a jump rope girly?
Very, huh?
Were you a jump rope girly?
Okay. So, like, yes and no.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Yes, I was a jump rope girly, but the thing is because I was homeschooled, I never got into double dutch because there wasn't enough people to do double dutch.
I love double dutch.
So I never learned how to do double dutch, which I would have loved to learn how to do.
It took me a hot second.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, because it does look like it's hard.
It was,
but
and I finally got it. And I was in like 7th or 8th grade. Yeah. And I finally got double dutch. And I went, I've done it, and I'm never doing it again.
Yeah, see,
although
and so
now,
it's like
as an adult, I'd love to do it, even though I know I can't anymore. But maybe that's my goal in physical therapy, to be able to do double touch.
No, your goal in physical therapy is a good goal, and I prefer that goal over anything.
Distinctly, double dutch, you could just, step.
Yeah, but, I'm sorry. I can just imagine you hopping and then missing your, entire foot, and, it just not going well.
Yeah, it's true.
Or you landing on your foot and then the impact goes up into your hip. The answer is no.
It wouldn't be great. Oh, I know. And
the answer is no. You ride horses. Just stick with that. You're fine. You don't need a double dutch.
That's true.
You ride horses.
I got a dumb horse and I love him.
You're fine. Just do that. You're okay. You're okay. Just do that. But I like how we both consistently pick sports that are really not fantastic for either of us.
Really not.
They're really not.
Walking a horse makes my hips feel great.
Does it?
Mm-hmm. Because they move, so it kind of feels nice.
Oh, when you're walking on a horse. I thought you meant just walking. Because when you said walking a horse, I just meant
walking. No. Yeah, I meant
that's what I thought.
When you're sitting on a horse and walking.
Yeah, when you're walking on a horse.
Yeah, it feels very nice.
That's what it should have been. The statement. You're walking on a horse.
Yeah. Sitting a trot is not the best, but I've gotten a lot better about it. And then
you don't really need to, in what you're doing.
No, I do sit one of the horse's trots because she is gated.
She should just be 2-pointing the entire time.
Oh god, that'd be so. I can't do it. I actually held a 2-point with no bareback for an entire lap, and I went.
No, wow. I know. I've seen you do it.
So proud of myself.
I was I know. I've seen you do it.
Cantering is fun. That also is just kind of a.
Yeah. Because it has more of emotion. Mm-hmm. I prefer cantering over trotting any day.
Absolutely.
Every day.
A lot more core work. Day.
Yeah, but it's just the flow of it is just more so consistent and it's easier to do.
I'm excited to see what Percy's gaits are like.
I mean, it's gonna be big.
It is gonna be big.
He's a big boy.
With the tiniest
he can't say well.
He has the tiniest
until he figures out how to run, and then he's gonna be oh my god, I'm fast as fuck, boy.
Literally gonna be him.
And then when he figures out that you can't run, he's gonna be running circles around in that pasture, and you're gonna be all right, whatever, bro.
Yeah, apparently the other day he got turned out in the big back pasture, and he was just a bucking bronco, so
I'm
happy with
he
his
was
life.
Having a fucking blast out there.
Happy as can be. He also made a new friend yesterday. We have a new horse at the barn.
I was gonna say, I was with ducks. Oh, so sorry.
He does like his ducks, but no.
I know.
He likes small animals, but he. Oh, you've been there. You know the dry lot?
Yes.
Okay, so and then the big pasture. Okay, So we took him in. Percy's in the big pasture. The new horse is in the dry lot, and then he's being turned out for everybody else.
Sense. Yeah.
Yeah, just to introduce. And so I took Percy through the dry lot because that's what they said to do, and I went great. And the other horse is so lucky that Percy's nice because. This is not the first time either. The other horse just comes and puts his face in Percy's butt. On his butt. And I'm first off, you're this. Your head is here. This is Percy's butt. Very different. Right? Puts his face on Percy's butt. Percy's head's up. And I'm Like, you could tell Percy's like, what's happening? And then he, like, lowers his head. He's like, okay. And then the horse comes, like, next to him, ears forward. Percy's ears are forward. And they're just, like, touching noses and just happy as can be, like,
fucking gay.
And I'm like, Perseus. And,
sorry.
No, it's funny.
Sorry.
And then the other horse, like, squeals, but, like, happy.
Yeah.
And then just touch noses. And then I pull Percy through the gate. And he did a very, very good job. And I was like, if this other horse follows him, I'm going to be so mad. Because Percy's so long now that he has to get like, through. Yeah. And the other horse could easily slip through. But I was like, okay, Percy. I gave him probably, like, that much room. And I'm like, go. And then he went through and I was like, thank. And then they were still touching noses. And I'm like, Percy, leave your new boyfriend alone. We're leaving.
Gay.
Stop. And then there's another horse. Her name is Skittles.
I love that.
Which I think is a really cute name for a horse. Yeah, this horse is very particular about what horses she likes. Right?
Valid. I would be too.
So valid. She's
so valid.
Likes Maeve.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about
that name. Isn't that a good name? We've had a character named Maeve, right? Right?
Isn't Maeve the Throne of Glass, the evil one? Maeve. Queen Maeve? It sounds...
Oh! Maybe? Maybe that's what it is? Maybe that's why I blotted out and I couldn't remember the book. I don't know. I feel like there's no secret now. There's no secret now. It's all out. It's fine.
Maeve, Throne of Glass. I was right.
Okay. Wait. Ah, good job.
Queen of the Dark Queen. Oh my gosh! I was right.
Good job, Ashley.
Thank you.
I don't fucking know. It just sounds familiar. I don't know.
It's a pretty name, though. But so she likes Skittles, she likes Maeve, and that's kind of like about it. So I pull Percy through. This apparently is just what happens. I pull Percy through, and she trots over, ears forward, and puts her face in his butt. And then puts it on his butt. She's actually, she's like 15'2", 15'3". You know, Percy's like 17 hands. Like, he's trying. But she puts her face on his butt. And Percy's just like, doo-doo, and then keeps going. And then Skittles is very upset that he left. But, like, when they're in the cross ties, she'll, like, pin her ears at other horses. And she'll just stare longingly at Percy. And I'm like... And Percy will stare longingly at her.
He's a big boy. He's a big, handsome man. And she's like, damn, look at him. Loves being Percy. There. Yeah. I want to bite his butt.
Literally. And I'm like, what is happening? And then he pisses off the old man next to him. I'm like, I'm sorry. So...
Sorry. His stairs are on the other couch, but he wanted to sit up on this one.
So yes, that's been Percy. He's making friends. And he's ginormous. And he's shedding, and this is the worst news ever.
I'm so sorry. I think right now, as he's shedding, you should shave fun shapes into his fur.
That'd be fun. Get him used to the clippers.
Yes. I mean, you're probably not going to need to shave him for summer, because you didn't need to last year because his coat is so short.
Coat. Yeah. Like, even his coat now, his fur's like... I'm like...
Yeah.
What?
But
Sorry,
I just
you have
think
no coat. It's so funny. He hates being itchy. It's his least favorite thing ever. And he's very dramatic. I also feel like shedding would be so uncomfortable.
Just like, you know, having any type of, like eczema or like rash or anything, I'm like, ugh, I hate it.
Yeah. And so, like, I use his little shed thing. And I try to help him out a little bit. And he is very thankful after I start. When I first start, he's like, ugh, you're touching me and I'm itchy. And then I like continue. He's like, oh, that feels nice. I'm like,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah, just wait a second. I promise.
Yeah, just wait a second. I promise it'll be okay.
So, you know. Yeah.
He's dumb and growing and butt high, and his neck is huge right now. He has a long ass neck.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Have you ever noticed that it's kind of odd that we measure horses in hands and not feet?
I do, and it's because I actually looked this up because I was driving me insane. I was like, why the fuck? It's because back when like cowboys were like the thing, they would measure them in hands, like actual hands.
I know, yeah.
And I'm like, That's dumb.
Yeah, because, like, they're out on the range and they're trying to measure, like, how tall horses are. Or whether or not they want them.
Yeah. But Percy is the equivalent of, like, I think it's 5'8", 5'9" at his withers.
I know.
So. Dumb. He's huge.
This is correct.
Yeah.
He's a very big boy.
Do you prefer small or big horses?
I
guess medium's also in there. Like, I know you're not a horse person, but...
I don't know, because I've ridden both.
Same.
And I think maybe okay. Ponies, any type of pony or, like, smaller horse are ornery as shit.
Yes.
They got, like, that small kid syndrome, that's, like...
Little dog syndrome.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is. They're just ornery as shit. But I love them. I think that they're fun and they're goofy. And
they also
have
teach you a lot.
They have, like, a lot of personality. And so it's, like, it's hard because, like, when I was learning how to ride, we had Pepper, who was a pony, and I'm sorry, the amount of times that horse, that pony fucking dumped me was so much. That pony was a fucking menace. But I don't regret any of it. Like, I would have preferred to learn on him over any other thing ever.
Yeah.
Pepper was amazing.
A pony taught me how to sit a buck.
Yeah. His favorite things were the s'mores Pop-Tarts and chocolate milk. That horse loved chocolate milk so much. He loved chocolate milk so much.
Can they have
My mother
chocolate?
hated us that we gave it to him. Fantastic questions. Did we give him that? Yeah, for sure. Gave him a lot of chocolate milk and a lot of s'mores Pop-Tarts. He loved the s'mores Pop-Tarts. He liked the s'mores Pop-Tarts a lot more over, like, any other Pop-Tart.
Horses should never eat chocolate because it contains theobromine and caffeine, which are toxic stimulants.
Yeah, I mean, we're not giving him gallons of fucking chocolate milk, okay?
They're like...
Just like you're a kid holding a cup and a horse goes,
yep.
Lip, lip, lip. Like...
Yeah, very different from, like... Horses are weird.
You know?
Yeah.
You're eating a Pop-Tart and the horse just, like, grabs it from your fucking hand, okay?
You're like,
all right, yeah, you're right.
Horse?
He was a wet pony with black spots, so his name was Pepper because he looked like a little pepper.
Like tiny little black spots or big black spots?
No, tiny.
That's exactly what I imagined, thank you.
Like, so he's like a speckled pepper, yeah. So it's like I'm a little biased, but then after that, like, I rode like warm bloods and stuff.
Yeah.
But actually, to be quite honest, I didn't ride a lot of warm bloods. We did mostly Arabs.
Because you guys did endurance.
Yeah, because my family mostly, like, my sister did show jumping, and she show jumped on the A circuit for a very long time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's still really good at it. She just chose to pick a different thing within the horse world.
I mean, that's valid. You know, pays better.
I mean, yeah. I was gonna say, I was like with more consistent pay that pays better, that, you know, she'll have like be set up for her fucking life. Even though, like, I do think that my sister, honestly, like, one of her like biggest like talents is horseback riding, and I think that she could have been. And number one, she would still be a great trainer, like, for horses. And number two, I think that she could have really, like, competitively ridden really good, especially if we had the money to be able to, like, give my sister all of that. Like, if we had the money to do that, I do think that my sister would have been, like, one of the best competitive riders out there.
I love that.
Just because, like, she is so good at it. I was like, I don't really care. Like, I feel like there's not a lot of things where it's like, oh yeah, my sister's so good at it, but, like, no, my sister's so good at it. It is unreal.
I love that.
It is I've never done a show. How good my sister is at writing. It is crazy. But so, like, you know, we rode Arabs because we did mostly you know, endurance, and I rode Raj for a very, very long time, and he was a wonderful Arab who was still ornery as shit because that's just their personalities.
Yeah.
Any type of desert horse, I don't know what it is. You're like, bro, chill.
Just, dude, just breathe. Because they're hot bloods.
Yeah.
Hot bloods are, and it's like they're hot bloods for a reason.
Hot-blooded.
Skittles is a cross between an Arab and a standard bred hot blood. I was like she has the tail and everything.
That's hilarious. I love that for her. Yeah.
Because Percy's a thoroughbred warm blood cross.
Yeah. Which is why he's so tall.
Yeah.
Why
and his
big
breed
boy.
just grows and grows, and I'm like, he's also like filling out a lot too. I think is why. I'm
sure
like,
he
they're
is.
just bigger. But I know that they grow fast up until like their 4th year. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, 1 more year.
And then they kind of like even out, and you're like, oh, okay.
You're like, wow, you look like a horse now, not just like a blob.
Wow, you're a real horse now.
Because he's so gangly right now. Like right now, he just looks.
Percy is so gangly.
So gangly. Wait, I
love
you hear
it.
his shoulders cracking?
I did not.
Also,
but-
just dumb.
Wow.
He was really offended that I went to the bathroom.
I mean,
But also,
I
like,
hope
that's
he's
a
real.
regular size. I'm like, why do you
I
look at
do love that he's just so big. It literally looks like just like you put like a little toy on him. Like I think that sometimes he looks like when he has a saddle on him. I feel like it's like the little girl that's like, excuse me, I only eat small foods.
Literally.
Like I only eat like mini cupcakes and like mini foods.
There we go. Like, gangly. What is happening today?
Cute. He's very handsome.
His neck is long. Like, I feel like his neck is getting long, but his body's, like, not
Well, yeah. It's
there
it's
yet.
a thing. Don't
It's a
worry.
baby thing. You don't
He's
look
gonna
at,
look.
it's kind of
He's gonna
normal,
look normal soon.
hopefully, like
In a
year.
couple of years. Yeah, I was
In a
like,
year
in
or
a couple
two.
of years he'll look normal. Okay.
Yeah, it's a kind of a thing where it's like that you don't look at them from like their 2nd to their 4th year. Like they don't.
Yeah,
Exist.
it's
like when they're a
weird.
yearling, it's okay.
Like the
'cause
raptor
they-
phase.
Yeah, it's like when they're a yearling, they're cute because they're baby.
Yeah.
But then once they hit 2 to like 4, you're like, why do you look like that?
Yeah, it's the. Are you okay? Are you still growing? What's happening? Can you not like level out now? Like.
Yeah, because it slows down, but then you go and you're like, never mind. You are tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't reach his butt anymore. I have to climb on the thing.
It's
Really funny. He's very chill about it. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I was like, you're gonna need to like make sure he's okay with like the block around the cross ties and stuff like that, because you're
Yeah.
gonna need it. There's no way.
Yeah, and he's really chill. He doesn't really care if I'm like above him and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
Nice. I
Um,
love that. That's good.
Yeah.
It's very good. Very good.
Trying to think what else is. We're watching DuckTales. Because
Oh,
they wanted a
old
nice
one or the new one?
the new one.
Oh, okay.
We're on to episode.
Is the new one
4.
good?
It's. I hold a special place for it in my heart.
Because I've only ever watched the old ones.
I have seen the original. The new one,
Because I grew up on the original.
yeah, so did I. Because my dad wanted me to watch it.
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, no, it is.
Obviously.
I love the animation style. It's like a comic book. It's
Yes.
really cute. I didn't realize this because technically I've already rewatched it, but now that I'm older and like rewatching it now, the amount of subtle foreshadowing in the first couple episodes is really nice, and I'm here for it. Now that I'm like, I'm here for foreshadowing. So and like now that like the podcast is really like, not that I wasn't like this before, but now I'm a lot more tuned into that type of stuff. Does that make sense? Like I was before,
Yeah.
but now it's make a note of that, 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 just in my head. And so then there's like certain lines where I was like, oh god, that's so sad. I like that they gave the twins or the triplets personalities. Like
Yeah.
their own separate,
they
very
had-
distinct personalities.
I feel like they had personalities in the older one too.
They did, but they were a lot more similar. This one
I think they were a lot
really-
more subtle and like
Subtle,
closer together.
Yeah.
And
And this one
because
it really like
I felt like, sorry, I
Yeah,
can't
go
really
ahead.
like speak much, but I did hear that like the reason why some people really did like the reboot of it is because they reminded them a lot more of the Chipmunks, because they had like those very big, distinct three
They do
character,
have very big
like,
personalities. And I like how it, and I know the original did too, but like gives each character like their own time to kind of develop as their own. And it's really cute. And it's cute. And it's definitely what I love how Avery put it. We're living in a post Gravity Falls world where everything was kind of, you know.
No.
Okay, well, we're living in a post Disney, at this point, Gravity Falls world where, oh, Gravity Falls did this and it worked. Where things were planned out from the beginning. It's not just on, like, a weekly thing. Where it's like, oh, this happens at Wreck. Oh, this happens at Wreck. Like, it will put little tiny foreshadowings in. And it's very good. And so, like, there's
I don't understand.
There's a lot of elements of Gravity Falls that transfers into DuckTales.
Okay. That makes more sense, because I was going to say, I was like, because if you watch like earlier Disney cartoons,
there's
such as like Tailspin, Gargoyles is like hands down. I think Gargoyles hands down, and I think is like Disney's best child cartoon ever.
Over Gravity Falls.
If we're talking about classics, yes.
Okay, yeah, classics. Okay,
absolutely. I like Gargoyles more than I like Gravity Falls. I don't know. Okay, because first of all,
there's going to be more nostalgia.
Different plot lines.
There's also going to be more nostalgia tied in with Gargoyles. There's more nostalgia,
and then not only that is there are very large plot holes in Gargoyles. There are large plot holes because I think I kind of understand what you mean in terms of like the consistency of certain things, but also like as like a classic Disney cartoon, Gargoyles was the best cartoon ever. I think I like over Tailspin, over like anything. I honestly think that it is hands down the best thing ever. And also you will watch Gargoyles, and if this was an adult cartoon, this is a dark romance. You cannot tell me that, number one, this is not like a creature feature dark romance, because they were in love for so long. It's okay. That. It's fine. And it's one of those things where I'm like, Disney did crazy work. Crazy work.
And you guys
wonder why certain women are like really into like anthropomorphic creature things, and you're like, well, maybe look at the media that you guys were feeding us as kids.
The Renaissance.
Yeah. It's just like yes.
Which,
like, there's like a lot of things.
He looks so much better as the Beast than he does as a man.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What? How did you guys fuck it up that badly? Like,
it's okay.
It's okay.
I'm
like, it makes me upset. And also, oh fuck, his name is something really dumb.
Oh, I'm sure. But like, it's like one of those things where it's like I think like Gargoyles like had like a lot of like
it's
big
Adam.
Like, I'm sorry, his name's Adam?
Yes.
His name's just fucking Adam?
Yes, Prince Adam.
Jesus Christ.
So it's Belle and Adam.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's consistent with the color of their skin, but like...
Yeah, that's true.
Jesus Christ.
I do think Beauty and the Beast is a great movie.
Yes, I did. I like
great.
I remember. I think that if Mulan is not a princess, like if Mulan and Pocahontas aren't considered real princesses, because like that's like a huge debate. A lot of people debate whether or not they are actual princesses.
They're part of the... It's okay, continue.
No, I understand. Because they're... Like, I think that they are princesses, number one. I also understand how a lot of people are like, oh, Mulan's definitely not a princess because she doesn't have any type of royal status.
Because I forgot whatever his face isn't. Is he?
Nope.
I thought he was a prince.
Nope.
No, he's just a general.
Yep, he's just a fucking general.
I didn't even think about that.
She has no royal ties, which is why a lot of people are like, Mulan is not a princess. But I was like, in the Disney franchise world, she's a fucking princess, guys.
Absolutely.
And I will fight people on that. I'm sorry. First of all, Mulan is a queen and is
I love her.
Obviously my favorite princess.
Absolutely.
Obviously is my favorite princess because I do think that representation matters, and I think that me being like so young and seeing like yes, first of all, number one, Disney did a horrible rendition of cultural appropriation and it was not consistent and good. But as like a Chinese American, like being raised here and like seeing that, and then also like seeing how like people treat Chinese like people out in the like in the world and in the wild, is like it was just like really nice to see that representation on the screen and to be like, yeah, they can be badass heroes. Like we can like do that, and we can, you know, consistently do that. And yes, is the Disney story of Mulan factually, completely, and historically wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure. Absolutely.
Yep.
Because we know that the historical story of Mulan is, yes, there was a woman that did become a general, that did do that did fight high for China. Was she absolutely executed? For sure.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yes.
Absolutely. That woman
1000%.
died. But she did do great things.
We love it
She
for her.
did do really great things. And here's the thing is like consistently you see like Disney does not do great in representation in certain terms. So I guess it makes sense that his name's fucking Adam.
Yeah.
But
I know
Mulan
that.
is like my favorite princess, and then it's Pocahontas. Pocahontas had the best movie ever, even though
It's
it
really
was
funny.
horrible. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the horrible inaccuracy of everything that Disney does. But then also it's like the idea of like Disney really did a great job at romanticizing the white male.
Yes.
Which like
Yes.
I mean a lot of media does, you know, but it's also like the idea of like, you know, thinking about Pocahontas, like was John a horrible man that stole her away? And when we talk about history,
Yes.
absolutely that woman was
Absolutely.
stolen.
Yeah.
Like there's like that's like historically accurate that she probably didn't. And I like, you know, like there's just like so many things with it that it's like once again, it's like the romanticization of like white males, the romanticization of like history and what it could have been. But like, did they write amazing songs? I'm so sorry. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Like, yes, they did. I'm sorry. Like, like Mulan, like Reflection will always be one of my top favorite Disney songs of all
it's
time.
gorgeous.
You know, obviously, like Colors of the Wind, amazing. Through the Riverbed, amazing. And like Pocahontas, like
Yeah.
there's some like numbers of these shows that I'm like, yeah, there's no way that these cannot be mentioned in history of Disney because they are so iconic. You know,
Oh, for
Dark
sure.
Side of the Moon, like all of that, like. You know, these are big movies, but also
Yeah.
it's like can you, like, it's like when people argue if Tiana's a princess, and I'm like, clearly she is because she
Yeah.
marries Prince Naveen. Like, he's
Yeah.
a prince. She's clearly a princess.
Yeah.
And
That
it's
movie's fun.
I love the villain in that one.
Oh, absolutely. He's super
think-
fun.
I think, and I also think that, like, for me, I know she's not a part of Disney, and she's not a Disney princess.
I think I know
But can
exactly
we-
who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I was like, can we just do some claps for the Anastasia movie?
Yes.
Because because honestly, she was also like one of my favorite movies, to the point where my mom said that we could not watch it anymore because we watched it too many times. And it's really because I loved like Rasputin.
Yeah.
And she was like, like my mom openly was like, yeah, no, you just really loved Rasputin and like the number so much that like you kept asking for like a Rasputin like doll, and I was not going to give you a doll of this creepy man. And I was like, yeah, for sure. That's okay. I think
As an adult, I understand, but little baby me upset.
yeah, little baby me was a little upset that like I only got like his little like helper, like, you know, back
the little
dude, yeah. And I was a little sad about it, but also like as an adult, you know what? You're right. You were really right, because it sounds weird. It sounds weird when like a little child's like, "Mama, I want to plush with this like creepy man." Like, nope, you're not doing that. That's crazy.
That's so
Consistently,
crazy.
yeah. Mm-hmm. But also, I'm just like, I loved that number. That number was so good.
Oh no, it's so great.
So
have you heard
good.
the cover of it by?
I was like, which cover? There's
Yeah,
so
it's a great
many.
point. I forget. It's I'm listening to it in my head. I don't know. I'd have to find it, but it's
You gotta find it and send it.
it's a good cover.
I don't know. What's your favorite Disney princess, Ashley?
That's hard. Little baby Ashley would say Ariel
I knew it.
because
You little red-haired creep.
literally.
You little red-haired carrot kid.
Yeah. I did. I was like, I'm really
First of
watching
all, Ariel's great.
it. She is.
I did love the movie.
love
as a
Ariel.
But like now as an adult, picking apart the movies that we watched as kids, and like
Jonathan
Disney
Young.
Princess, and I'm like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Yeah. Okay.
But also like just like the idea that Ariel is like, it makes me sad
16.
because well, first of all, sometimes like parts of Ariel's story makes me really, really sad.
Yes.
Because I think Ariel has fantastic musical numbers. We're not like discrediting Disney's musical numbers because they are really good.
Yeah.
But like what parts of Ariel teaches like young women is to be seen and not heard. Is like one of like
Yes.
their biggest messages is like Prince Eric falls in love with her because she's a pretty face and she doesn't talk.
Yep.
Like that's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
Like
That's why
in
it's like
terms of
nowadays
Yeah.
that is not it.
in
But
terms
little baby
of
Ashley,
what we think
loved.
of, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember going, "Oh my gosh, she has red hair like me," and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god!" And a mermaid.
It makes a big. I think that it makes a very large, significant impact when young girls see women or girls in media that look like them. I think it's
Yep.
extremely important that that is seen and done.
Yeah, because when I was watching
it
that,
is very different like that.
I wasn't getting bullied for my hair at that point.
Not
But
yet. Not yet.
That did happen, but not yet.
Yeah, that happens later.
It does. But because I mean, they probably showed me when I was like, what, 4? So I was in like preschool. And so like I did have like, so like when I loved it, so I'd say I was like, between like 4 and 8 when I really really liked it. So then by the tail end of it, I was getting bullied about it. And then first like people, like kids would come up like, why is your hair different? I'm like, that's it. I don't know. This is my hair. Oh no. I loved it.
Technically, it's a genetic mutation.
It is a genetic mutation, and that mutation.
But also, if you really think about it, a lot of like, you know, everything is a genetic mutation.
Mhm.
Literally just being alive is a genetic mutation.
Yeah.
So,
the
just
red
throwing it
hair
out there.
genetic mutation, it's really funny because it makes me have a higher pain tolerance. Higher tolerance to drugs, like painkillers and shit. Higher tolerance to anesthesia, and all of those 3 things are also EDS in that mutation, and so I have it like stacked.
I love that. Good
Don't
for
you love that for me? Yeah, when I went under anesthesia, you know how they make you count back from 10?
Mm-hmm.
I got to like 2, 1. They were looking at me like, why is she not asleep yet? Like I heard them going, she's not asleep yet. I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, we're still counting, okay,
We're
guys?
still counting. I was like, do I go into negatives?
Do I just start over or like?
I was like, negatives, do I start over? What do you want me to do? Can we continue? What do you want me to do? Yeah, they were baffled. And now I've seen some videos where it's really fun, like a TikTok reel or something, where it's I saw this one where it was a doctor or an anesthesiologist that went, when the patient comes in and has red hair, they take the bottle and take the entire thing.
Yeah.
Because now they get actually more knowledge about it, which is kind of cool. And then I loved Belle. I love Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was fun. I did get horrified the first time I watched it. I believe I was on a plane. And I don't know why, but I watched it on a plane. And the Beast scene, when he, like, goes and, like, tears up the room, horrified me as a child. Horrified me.
See, this is how I know, like, I mean, I'm like, this is how I know I have really toxic traits.
Like, a 5-6-year-old Ashley that watched that was like, oh my gosh. And then I rewatched it, and I was like, that was pretty great.
It's so valid,
and I loved that one. I thought Mulan was really, really fun. I never got into Aladdin much.
I like Aladdin.
I like it. It just wasn't
it's
like I watched
my favorite.
Yeah. I watched it. I liked it, and I was like,
I have watched it a lot. Like, I know the movie really, really well.
Oh yeah.
And I know the music from it. But I wouldn't say that she's my favorite.
No. I love The Lion King.
Does she count as a Disney princess?
I don't think so, but that was like my thing. And then
I feel like Lion King is in like the...
It's in the Renaissance, but it's not a Disney princess.
Yeah. When you say Disney Renaissance, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Just like you know.
That's what Avery calls it.
Okay.
Then we look it up.
I was like, when you say this, I am confused because what does that mean?
I'm looking it up.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Okay, wow, it's on Wikipedia. This is a thing.
Oh, okay.
That includes...
Fucking nerds.
Wow, apparently. Little Mermaid, The Rescuers Down Under, wild. Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hercules, Mulan, and Tarzan.
Why is that the Renaissance?
It's... The Disney Renaissance was a period from 1989 to 1999 during which Walt Disney Feature Animation returned to producing commercially and or critically successful animated films. 10 features associated in this are blah, 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 blah. So this resurgence allowed Disney's animated film to become a powerhouse of success. So it's called the Renaissance because that's like what people consider like peak Disney.
I mean, I would fucking agree.
I mean, I completely agree. But it's like those 10 films that are like, this is peak Disney. This was the Renaissance.
That is like a really like underrated film that is not peak Disney that like came out after is and I've only seen it like a couple of times and it's like not my favorite movie like consistently and like I don't like throw it on in the background like as much, but like I do think that Brave was a really good movie.
Thank you.
I thought that it was so much better than a lot of other like Disney princess movies that we were getting.
Thank you. I really like it.
I'm sorry, I'm not a Frozen fan. I don't care.
No.
First of all, I'm not gonna hate. No hate. Indina Menzel is a gorgeous fucking singer
and Will also did a great job.
Like and like Indina Menzel, like I really can't say anything about her. She's gorgeous. She is impeccable. There are certain roles that she's done that I was like, oh wow, girl, I'm surprised you took that. But that's fine. That is a whole other fucking story. But like she has a gorgeous voice, and
she does.
It is. I have it's just not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. It also
became such a big cultural phenomenon that it was playing everywhere.
I only think, oh God, this could be like I don't know how people are going to feel about it when I say this. The only reason why that song was big was because of Wicked. The only reason why that song was big is because they modeled it after Defying Gravity, and they took Indina Menzel because they knew the powerhouse of her voice, and that they knew that she could do something like that, and that's why like they went with it. Yeah. Because like, not going to lie, you cannot tell me when she sings "Let It Go" that those are not the same notes as like towards the end of Defying Gravity. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
no, sorry. I know that was a horrible, horrible humming. I'm so sorry. It's really early in the morning. My voice is not warmed up, and I'm not going to give you guys a full rendition because obviously I feel like it would be taken down for copyright reasons. I do. I think that
would,
like we couldn't like do like I don't know. Regardless, but like
it's
those notes, like no. That's the only reason I have to say it that way is the only reason why Frozen got so big was because of Wicked and because of Idina Menzel and her voice.
Yeah.
Not because of anything else. Sorry, guys. I know that there was a lot of like famous people in it, and like I'm not trying to discredit them or say that like they did bad performances. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There's a reason Let It Go was so big.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I also I thought Brave was so fun. I really liked Brave.
Yeah.
And
I thought consistently it was good. It was fun. It was
and it's also fun to see the princess not want to be it. You know, like it's just a very different from what they kind of normally did. I feel like, in a certain sense.
I think that there was more elements of like magic that they went into that I thought was a lot cooler than they have in other things. I think the idea of like a princess not wanting to be a princess and not wanting to take on the responsibility, unfortunately, isn't as original because technically, so did Ariel. The reason why did she run away? Because she didn't want to run the underwater.
That's true. That's true.
But and then she marries a man that is also a prince and rules over land. So it's like you didn't really get out of that girl. And then you also see like in Frozen. Frozen
that's
consistently.
True.
It's like the big, like that was like the
that was
the big arc.
That was technically after. Actually,
yeah, but like that, but they were leading up to that arc regardless.
Oh, for sure.
That was like the big arc of it all.
But it was fun, and I did like the premise and how it was dealing with. Okay, it was one of the only. Not that they hadn't dealt with family ties before, but how they
very deep.
It was a very deep cut, and like very. Like,
and I liked how the both parents were there.
Yeah. And how much you could see they loved each other. It wasn't the fighting. It wasn't that. It's like you could tell the parents loved each other, but it was such a deep cut because it was like the mom really wants her to do this. She wants to do like it was a very deep familial tie breaking
but it's also like the understanding of growing up and being like, oh, now I understand why. Mm-hmm. Now this makes more sense. But like I needed to go out and make my own experiences to make my own choices to be able to decide whether or not like this was correct or not.
Yep.
And I feel like that in and of itself is good. And I liked the fun twist of like everybody turning into like little bears.
It was so cute. It was so cute. I know that Avery is not a fan of that movie.
Why?
People turn into bears.
Are they scared of bears?
I'm gonna ask Avery. Hold on. No, they're not scared of bears.
Yeah, because I was like, I have one friend that is like terrified of bears, and sometimes I forget and I make like jokes like hiking, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I forgot that you are absolutely terrified of bears.
That's fine. I'm gonna look up because I know they did.
But also, it's like listen. I'm not going to lie. It is a rational fear to be scared of a predator like that. Yeah. If you think about it, but also
so like for the response on why they don't like bears.
Also, have you seen the polar grizzly bears? What are those called?
Polar bears?
Grizzle.
That's a thing.
Are they grizzle? The polar bears are now mixing with grizzly bears because they're because of climate change.
Oh.
So now we're getting hybrid bears. I think they're growlers. Growlers. I forgot. I was like,
they're cute though.
I mean, yeah, of course, but it's also like one of those things where it's like we're now seeing, this is evolution. Mm-hmm. Like right here, like this is where we get new species of bears. Yeah, they look silly.
They do look silly.
But yeah, they're now mating with grizzly bears because number one, their climate is changing so rapidly that they need to like migrate. But then number two, also their species is dying out because of climate change.
Yeah.
And like consistently now, now because of how bad the polar ice caps are melting, we're seeing the largest amount of polar bears die in the wild as young, because they are no longer like the ice caps, like they're the separation, like the height separation between like them and the water is so much that they can't get out of the water, and so they actually get hypothermia and freeze to death because they're in the water too long, which is crazy.
It's so sad.
And
And like, think how long it would take for them to get hypothermia. Like, they have thick fur. They have thick skin.
Like,
it's
they're
in
crazy
the water
to
for
think about that. Hours
upon
just like
hours.
no break, and it's just like the nobody.
No.
But also sometimes like I see things and say, why friend shape but not friend?
I know. They look so soft.
It looks so
And
soft.
I just want to be held by one. I can't hold it. I'll be
I
held
just
by one.
want to hug one, just
I
a
want to
little.
hug one. Let's just hug.
Yeah, me.
Avery responded.
Are we
Hard
gonna go
to
to
say.
China? Yeah, hard to say, but
Completely halts on all pacing and development once the mom turns into a bear, making the entire third act feel unearned. It is horrendously unfunny. Merida isn't horrible, but she is pretty unlikable and doesn't really develop as a person in my eyes. More than anything, though, it is insulting how much wasted potential the project has. I also acknowledge that I'm clearly missing something given how many people love it. To me, it's a well-meaning but ultimately clumsy movie that doesn't feel worth sitting through. Watch Mulan or Encanto instead.
I mean, obviously, if we
Yes.
were gonna do like, okay, I agree with certain points. Merida does not make a large jump in her like personality or like character growth. I don't think that I don't feel like first of all, I feel like it's a very interesting mentality that Avery has, that you have to earn acts.
How interesting.
Yeah, I do. I find that really interesting because I don't think that
I was reading it and didn't really process what I was reading.
well, no. Like I find that like an interesting mentality to think about, like that characters need to earn acts.
Interesting. I also do know that Brave
I mean, it's not my favorite.
production, it could have been a lot more because
been better.
It could have been better. So apparently they had, I forget who, but they had a director on, and it was
I also feel
female
like they were
director.
trying to piggyback off of the era of dragons. Sorry, what?
Dungeons and Dragon?
Yeah, me.
I know
But
that.
I feel like they were piggybacking off of like that, and which is why they made it so soon.
Yeah. Also, I know that they had a female director on, and like there was a whole like the concept that she had and like the writing and everything was gorgeous. Like, it was a really like, coming of age for this girl who really didn't want to be in her role, and things like that. And then I forget who, I don't know what studio just did, but like the head of the studio went, no, I don't like, it's too much. Fired the director, hired another director, scrapped most of the script, and then like made it what it is.
Yeah.
And so it could have been more, which I agree. Like,
Yeah.
I wish we could have seen that movie.
Like, the concept would have been great, but like,
Yeah.
I don't think that it's a bad movie, and I think
had
that
fun
it
with it.
is.
I also
you know,
really like. I'm also a sucker for like fate type things. I think that's always fun. Like where your fate kind of catches up with you, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't want
yes,
that." No,
yeah,
no.
like how fate like
And how-
really
Yeah.
is part of people's lives,
And like
you know.
you can't run from it. And how she's like literally running from it, following the
Yes.
little wisp dudes, and
Yeah.
then she ends up finding out Mordu and stuff like that. And how Mordu's like, I really also loved how like Mordu dies at the end, and how he just is like, thanks, like finally,
Yeah,
fuck.
thank you. Yeah,
Because he didn't follow his fate, and him also accepting. So I'm a sucker for things where people need to follow their fate, they run from it, and they figure out that they can't. Love that.
yeah. I mean,
Sucker for that.
it's also like one of those things where it's like the consistently, like if we talk about like next generation like Disney princess movies, and like what princess movies like nowadays are like super popular. It is interesting because I'm
Yeah.
like, the wide debate of like our generation is like, oh, who's actually a princess? But it's not a debate in this generation, because if you're thinking about people that they're marketing as princesses, like I forget her name, but Encanto, she's not a princess.
She's not a princess.
They're marketing her as a princess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's interesting how like nowadays it's not really like a concept for like the younger generation to be like, oh, she's a princess. Like it's like I kind of enjoy that, how it's no longer like that type of like mentality.
Yeah, because you were right. Like for us, it was like, oh, is she considered a princess?
Yeah.
Is she a part of this like tight knit, tiny Disney princess thing that Disney created?
Yep. I think like one of the movies that I love that is a DreamWorks movie. Oh, actually, I don't think it is DreamWorks. I don't think Wreck-It Ralph is DreamWorks, is it?
No, it's Disney.
Is it Disney?
Yes.
I thought it was Sony. Did they? I thought
no,
they
it's
bought
Disney.
It.
It was a part of the marathon I did. I promise you, it's Disney.
Okay, well, I love Wreck-It Ralph personally.
Oh, it's great. The second one sucks. Don't like that one. Love Wreck-It Ralph.
I highly disagree. I have opinions about that movie. It
reminds
you didn't
me.
like it. Let's go.
It reminds me of a certain situation that I was in.
Okay, pause for a second. Who?
Chad.
I would highly disagree.
Really? Because it's Chad. Okay.
No, I understand where you could see that there are like similarities, but I feel like Wreck-It Ralph showed you the ending that it should have been.
I agree with that.
Because Ralph is a good person.
Yes, and Ralph no.
Realizes and says no. But Ralph does not hesitate to talk to her. Does not hesitate to do the right thing. Does not hesitate to say, I am insecure. Does not hesitate to do those things. So yes, I understand how in a way it could be similar, but no, I highly disagree on that.
Okay.
I was like, no, I have opinions about this movie and about why I think that it is so good.
I'm excited to hear them.
Okay.
On pause. I will say, for Wreck-It Ralph 2, the scene with baby Moana, and this isn't an end credit scene now. Mm-hmm. The scene where, like, pancake, milkshake, pancake, milkshake, pancake, 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 and then the bunny explodes.
Yeah.
That is such, it elevates the movie a lot for me. Because, no, there's a reason. We saw the trailer when, I forget what we were watching, but it was me, Troy, Natalie, and Doug. My mom was there too. Mm-hmm. And and we see this. And Doug bursts out laughing. I mean, like, crying. He couldn't stop for 20 minutes. And so that's because of that, now I have this just association. And so I think it was his 45th birthday. No. Maybe his 42nd. I don't know. One of his birthdays. Maybe we'll say his 45th. I ended up getting him the little pop figure of the bunny.
I love that.
Because I found it, and he just has it on his desk now. And people are, like, he'll go, like, who wants the pancake? Like, it's so fun. So, like, and so then we watched the movie. And so, like, we watched the movie in theaters. And he was like, the scene wasn't there. He was so mad about it. And then we stayed to the first credit thing. And he got to see it. And he was just dying laughing.
I love that.
And then I thought it was really funny how at the very end you got rickrolled by Wreck-It Ralph. And then if you show that scene to Doug nowadays, he will still bust up laughing just like he did, 8 years ago. Like, it's such a vivid memory of mine that really does elevate this movie. I also know, like I said, like, it does remind me of things, but I do agree that he did do the right thing. And he was like, no, we need to talk. And like,
okay, so this is where I am like, absolutely not. Number one, I understand where you draw like certain conclusions because did Ralph spy on her?
Yes.
Yes. did Ralph break, like, just, like, not being normal? For sure, absolutely. But Ralph openly was like, first of all, I loved the fact that the robots were running around and, like, yelling insecurity.
Yeah.
Like I love the fact, like, the language in it was so clear.
Yeah.
Did I really hate the memes and everything else and, like, the garbage that you have to sift through to, like, get to this message? Absolutely. Yes. I think there were certain parts of it of this movie that were absolute fucking trash and garbage. I can
the memes
admit
and
that.
whole section.
Sure. There was, like, a whole section where I was like, I want to throw up because this is not what this movie should be. Because first of all, I loved Wreck-It Ralph 1. I also just gonna say it is gonna be the best movie out of the franchise regardless. Gonna say it like that. Second of all, the reason why I think that this movie is so good and that it teaches people to be able to communicate outside of the world of technology is because Ralph, when she called him out on it, he didn't hesitate to be like, yeah, actually I did that.
That's true.
He didn't hesitate to own up, to say that he was insecure. He didn't hesitate to be like, but I'm scared because I'm losing you. I'm scared because you're my only friend. I'm scared because I'm really autistic and I don't know if I can make other friends. But also, like, you know, like that fear of, like, losing your best friend.
Yeah.
That fear of, like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing them do that. And I think that is a very real emotion.
Yes.
And I feel like the idea of that deep-rooted insecurity, especially that young men can have, that, like, specifically this movie that I think, like, I was like, yeah, besides the fact that you have to sift through this fucking garbage mountain of shit. But once you get past that, the idea of that a man or a young boy can have those feelings, number one, not hold it inside, and be healthy about it, consistently talk to your friends about why you're feeling insecure, and be able to have support and people backing you, and, like, to have, like, that idea of, wow, this is really uncomfortable, but once I get through this, it's no longer uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And even at the end of the movie, you still saw that Ralph was uncomfortable watching her leave, but was more secure in it because he knew that the relationship was still there, that friendship was always going to be there, that consistency that he was craving and that he wanted is still going to be there even if she leaves for a bit. And that, to me, is the most important message of that entire franchise. First of
Absolutely.
all, I loved Wreck-It Ralph just because it was just solely based on platonic friendship.
That's what I was saying. I feel like
you how to communicate within friendship, how to make friends, how it's okay to be weird, and how it's okay to be yourself, because no matter what, no matter how weird you are, or sorry, I get a little choked up, because it doesn't matter, like, how weird or how inconsistent you are or how like quirky your personality is. There's somebody out there that you will be friends with.
Yeah.
There's a multitude of people that you can be friends with, and then if you don't put yourself in a box to be like, oh, I have to fit in with these people, you're going to find your people easier than you'll ever think. Because those people that are trying to put you in your box, sorry, those are not your people.
No.
You know, those are not your people, and you should not be around there, because this is not your people, okay? You're a triangle trying to squeeze through a fucking circle, and it's not working.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like the idea of...
And you might have to shift through a lot of circles.
And that's okay, because, like, you know, Ralph was so lonely, and he finally found somebody else that was also, like, very similar to him, that, like, had, like, that similar background, that had that, like, you know, like, tie of that, but, like, not only that, was, like, desperately searching for friends, because if you looked at her when she was in the game Sugar Rush, all she wanted to do was be friends with people. All she wanted to do was have friends.
Love how you said, like, I like that it wasn't, like, a romantic thing, and I love...
Oh, God, no.
It was not.
There was no... That's the one thing that I did love about that movie, that it was not romantic.
I do.
And I was like,
and I would love another Disney movie where it is how platonic... Because I feel like even in, like, the world, like, regular world and, like, society, we hold... And I know you and I hold platonic friendship so high, but like society holds romantic relationships so high, and it's like the pinnacle thing that you can have, basically. You know what I mean? And I feel like it is interesting because it's the loss of a best friend hurts worse than losing like, you know what I mean? Like it can hurt worse because I've been through quite a couple, like, you know, friend breakups and stuff like that. I mean, I remember affecting me for months. Like, it hurts.
I mean,
and
I don't know how
it's
it
not talked
couldn't.
about, I feel like, because it's oh no, like, it's just a friend. Like, it's not like you lost a partner. And I'm like, yeah, but that was still, like, a partner in a sense.
Yeah,
Like,
I do
that was
think...
my best friend. And so it's like, I feel like it'd be a really interesting Disney movie or something where it's talking about that loss of a best friend. And the kind of shaped around that, how losing your best friend really, really does affect you. And I think that could be such an interesting concept for a Disney movie. And like having to having to navigate your life without your best friend at that point. Because it's, I know, at least for me, I know you do the same thing. Something happens and I'm like, Kaylee, I need to tell you about this right now. And it's not that you don't do that with a romantic partner. Like, I tell my fiance everything. Like, but it's a very different vibe of how you kind of talk. And and that's okay. Different relationships. You talk differently in different relationships. But it's like let's say like something happened where either we're not friends anymore, but more realistically, let's say you die. You know,
I love that. I love how that's the most, I'm so sorry. I love how that was that is like the only reality that we would not be friends, is that Kaylee dies.
Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but I
was like, we're not friends anymore. No, she's dead.
I love how that's like, you're like, no, that's it. The only way is Kaylee is dead. You or I are dead, and that's it.
That's it. But like,
you're stuck with me. Get over it.
Literally. But let's say like you're dead, or you're on like not that we wouldn't be friends, but let's say like you go somewhere for 3 years and we have zero contact. And we, for some reason, can't contact.
Yeah.
It's still, you have to kind of, not that you're grieving because you know you'll come back, but it's still, you're grieving that part. And it's let's say you were dead, and it's oh, I'm going to tell Kaylee. I can't tell Kaylee. Oh, I can't tell Kaylee. Oh, I can't. You know, and so it's like that big part of your life is gone. Like, and it's talked about with romantic partners, but I feel like the loss of a friend is not talked about nearly as much as it should be. I absolutely agree. Because it fucking hurts losing friends.
Yeah, because like if we think about media and like what it depicts, it is, you know, mostly romantic relationship based, and like we don't get to see people be.
When did the things on my wall disappear?
Oh, they haven't been there this whole time.
Oh, they were here. I'm confused because they were here on Thursday and now they're like gone and they're not on the floor. Anyway, sorry, continue. I just noticed.
Yeah, I was like, no, they haven't been there this whole time. I thought you took them down.
I did not. That was not me.
Ooh, ghost. Ooh. I only steal sticky notes though. So, ooh, sticky notes. Ooh.
But I
agree with that. Because I was like, friendship breakups are hard. Like,
they're really hard.
Like, that idea of that is just like difficult, and I do feel like it's unfortunate, but this is how This is how the patriarchy and capitalism has really infected our society in terms of breaking apart communities, in terms of them really feeding us the idea of, like, yes, we need to be individuals, but the idea of we cannot be together in certain terms, and like the idea that we cannot form consistent bonds unless they are romantic. And so therefore you're keeping, you know, your communities to one or two people, where if we organized and had larger communities, it would be more of a I don't want to say threat, but more of a
impactful,
and like an impactful thing to you know, society.
And it's also like, at least in my experiences, like when I had friend breakups and stuff, I feel like it's something that neither of you want to do, but you know you have to.
I don't know.
Makes sense. Well, I guess there were sometimes where I'm like, no, I'm so done. Leave me alone.
Well, no, I like, it's also like the idea of like, I don't know if one person doesn't want to. Does that make sense? I don't know if they both don't want to. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because
sometimes you get to a point where you're like,
yeah, it's
but
just
they
like
still, like they suck. They really suck.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's also like the idea of like, I know it sounds bad, but sometimes when things like big things happen that causes a big friendship breakup, it is our brains are immediately like, oh, wasn't it so nice to have them here? But then again, you think about it and you're like, but was all of that fake? Was every little thing that we've ever shared fake because of this one thing that you did that literally just ruined everything? Yeah. You know? And so it's like the idea of like, I mean, I personally think that it takes, you know, a long time to get over friendship breakups. I feel like it takes a lot longer than it does for a partner. But I do think that within media, it would be great to be able to see that.
Yeah. I think it also is a really interesting concept for like a Disney animated movie because you can make it so big, and then I could like the.
That's true.
I don't know. I'm a sucker for like lighting and stuff. I just don't know if
Disney could do it well. I think Pixar could do it better.
I agree with that.
And or I think Pixar or definitely DreamWorks. Like if it was under like, I mean, I know that DreamWorks is part of Disney, but like.
No, it's not. Pixar's under Disney. DreamWorks is a separate thing.
That was. Yes, you're right.
I gotta learn all about the fun few.
No, you are correct. But no, I think like DreamWorks could do it better because I think that DreamWorks would not be scared to really.
Yeah, that's true.
I also think that it would be really interesting to see the concept where they're both still alive and they're not dead.
Yes.
And you get to see both sides of like them struggle with. That.
It'd be so good.
Yeah, I think it would be great. But I also think that like, you know, once again, you know, we are fed from a very young age to find a romantic partner, which I think is wrong. I don't think that kids should be learning that. I don't think that, you know, this whole concept of like, surprise, this is going to get fucking political.
I knew exactly I was about to go into it.
Surprise, it's about to get fucking political right now. So sorry, guys. But like the whole idea of like the concept of like, oh, we can't teach kids about like gay people and like other people falling in love because that's wrong. And I was like, and then like when you talk to people like that, and then I say this, and I was like, okay, so, but it's okay for them to see hetero relationships. Why is that okay? And other people being in love is not okay.
Yeah, that's why I got into a really nice conversation with someone, and it was
conversations are never nice.
And it was why, like, we shouldn't show kids, like, you know, that. But she was like, but I don't think we should show them heterosexual stuff either. Like, they don't need
agree with that. Absolutely.
And I was like,
if that's the stance, then yeah, absolutely. Because we can't have one or the other. It needs to be all or none. Period. Mm-hmm. That's how I kind of feel.
And I know it sounds really bad, they get older, it's like, oh yeah, like he's in love with his husband, and it's also, I'm very much for, if the kid asks, give them an age appropriate answer. Like, don't sugarcoat. Like, I know that some people. I'm going to use periods as an example, just because that's something I can talk on. Mm-hmm. A lot of people I've learned, like I've seen, are very like, oh my gosh, like don't let kids know about periods yet. Don't do that. Yeah, I know. I've seen this a lot. I know. Okay. And it's like if like a 2-year-old kid was like, oh, what's that? It's like, oh, like that's for mom. Like that happens later in life. But like here's a really not sugar coated, but there's like an age appropriate answer to why I have like a tampon. You know what I mean? Like here.
Okay.
You know, and so instead of like, oh, you know, like
I've never been approached by a child.
I have not been approached by that.
I don't spend enough time with children.
I have not either.
But also, I do think that you should tell young girls that that's going to happen, so that they don't wake up one day and think that they're fucking dying.
Literally happened.
I do feel like
I was like, what is happening?
It's not okay not to warn young women that is going to happen. I also 110% agree with that.
Yeah.
But also, I'm like, I don't know if that's even like a thing that like.
I feel like our like generation of people. We're becoming a lot more open and making a lot less stuff taboo. Like, if you kind of think back, like, 20, 30 years-ish, Like, and they're like when they were our age, it was very much like I'm on my period, but I'm not going to say anything. And now it's like, God damn it, like I'm in pain. I'm on my period.
Yeah. But it's also like, you know, back in the day, it was shameful to even tell your spouse that you were on your period.
And that's when like times and that.
And then also it's like the idea that like, you know, like, you know, having a period is like, once again, patriarchy. But, you know, as a woman, we are unclean and dirty because we have periods.
I know that there are some religions that you
that women are not allowed within the religious gathered building. The religious building?
Yep.
The religious building because they're on their period and they're unclean.
And that they're not allowed to pray and stuff. So it's very interesting.
It's I have my own opinions about it, but
yeah. And it's just wild. And I'm just
it's also like really hard because it's like first of all, you're like the Paul is living fucking shit out of me. It's fine. But it's also like the idea of like, you know, like the rhetoric has always been like women are unclean. Women are not smart. Women need to obey. Women need to be silent. Women need to be this. Women need to be that. And it's I think now this is where we're seeing this large take of misandry happening, where it is the women are choosing like, you know, like we talk about the male loneliness epidemic and like how like it's a big thing.
Yeah.
And then you talk to women and they're like, oh yeah, I'm choosing celibacy because the pool of men is disgusting. And it's like the idea of like one of my friends openly says all the time, like, oh, I pray that the gay will take me away because like she's so straight. And that's, you know, I forget that some people can be.
I know. I'm like, how shocking.
Yeah. I forget that like some people are just that. And I'm like, I hate that for you, but good for you.
Literally.
But it's the idea like she's just like, I'm over being told what I should and shouldn't do with who I am and what I should look and how my body is and like what's going on and how much I need to people please and how much I need to like be this type of person for this random ass fucking man that can't even take care of himself or do his own fucking laundry. And like at this point, like I just feel like the rhetoric around a lot of things is like getting misconstrued, and this is where like the patriarchy is like really delving hard on that red pill content, and you're like, this is scary as shit. And it's like,
I feel like it has like within the past I feel like in the past it's gotten worse within the past 10 years, but like the past year I feel like it's just been like really throwing it at them because I think
that the reason why you feel that way is now because the older generation is now all of a sudden aware of what's actually happening.
That's true. That's why I'm like,
I just want to throw that part out there.
Like it's been happening for the past however long, and it's also disgusting. Social media has very much increased, and that's why it's like the social media is a blessing and a curse. We're aware of so much more, but now like we're aware of so much more. Like it's not that human brains aren't supposed to have this much information, but it's. So here's the thing is now we're fighting that concept with like what you said, like, oh, it's not the idea that the human brain can't conceptualize all of this. So now we're going into the concept of, is ignorance bliss? Yeah.
And then it's the idea of it is in a certain way, but also the idea of quote unquote, it's the idea of ignorance versus being woke. You know, like now like we have like this political climate of like, oh, if you think this, then you're like a woke lib, and you're like, fuck off. I'm so sorry. The fact that you cannot conceptualize this idea of being empathetic, the fact that you cannot like the fact to me that violence is so normalized that compassion now is radical is a wild concept in my mind.
So wild to me, and it wouldn't work because we're so far into it, but it's the gun control could be so easy. It could be so, but it's like, it's not anymore because it's been so big. And it's such a big thing in our culture where
it's in our country. We shouldn't even say in our culture, because in the culture of the world, everybody else around us is seeing what's happening, and it's like, hey guys, maybe guns are not chill. I know. Like, there's a lot of people here that are like, yeah, guys, dude, guns are not that chill. We should probably regulate this shit more. And people are like, no, guns are so chill.
It's our amendment or
it's
whatever.
chill.
And it's if we could, it would be so easy to I'm not saying, like, and it's also really interesting if you talk to people that are like, you know, in quotes, anti-gun or like gun restriction. It's we're not saying you can't have like a pistol or something. We just want it controlled. You don't need military grade weapons.
Yeah, I want more of a consistency. I also want more of like a mental health background check. Like, you know,
it's like I think there should be a psych and a like license eval type thing.
Yeah,
and then
like,
you can get the gun, and it's there should be training courses that
people have to do before they can even buy a gun. And like, there should be
get
courses. Like, it should be like driving. Like, but like not as easy as driving, but like harder to get than driving, because like
but also like not hard enough to get where no one can get one. But like
half of me is like, yeah, maybe it should be.
I mean, it should. I agree. But like it's I don't know. And it's like it's
a really hard thing to.
But it's like we can't get there. That's an impossible reach at this point. Not impossible, but really, 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 really hard.
I think maybe
because it's also
another 50 years. I think maybe we could get there.
Yeah, like this isn't a 2 or 3 year type thing. But it's the reason that it's really hard is because there's a lot of people with firearms that, you know, they don't have the license and stuff like that you'd have to go and find and do all of that. So it's like it'd have to stop now. If that makes sense, like we'd have to
the idea of regulation forward,
but then that still means all based. You know what I mean? So it's like
of course.
It would be hard to put.
You know, of course it's hard, but here's the thing: is like, you know, there's always going to be like black market listing. There's always going to be illegal like guns happening. There's always going to be like, you know, everything like underground and under like, you know, underneath the surface that is happening. Of course that's going to happen, but on the surface level, like if we could get that like moderately under control, it'd be great.
That'd be pretty cool.
You know, and then eventually like we can delve deeper down, but it's also like the idea of what is good.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening here? Yeah. I know this is like really devolved from me being like, no, if you're going to show little kids heterosexual love, then you need to show them gay love as well, because I think that that's unfair. Because once again, we are like pushing this idea of I'm trying to think of how to say it without being really offensive. You know, once again, like, you know, we're still pushing that idea of that heterosexuality is the best thing.
Yeah.
Like,
and that's why it's like a lot of like
goal. Like we're pushing the idea that heterosexuality and that white picket fence is the goal still. And it's like here it's not the goal anymore. Like that's not consistent with how the world is anymore, because our the world around us has evolved and developed so much further than that could ever be true. You know? And
it's also like that's where like queer baiting and media comes in, and that's where like that type of stuff comes in. And it's we should do more straight baiting. I've seen it done once and it's lovely.
It's one of those things where it's like,
but also we don't need to bait anybody, just love.
Yeah, I also just feel like it would be nice to have like more of a consistent representation throughout all of media for all walks of life and like all sexualities. I think that like I could probably count on my hand how many asexual characters I've seen on screen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Period. Also, like the fact that Paranorman was the first animated film to have an openly gay character, and that came out in what, like 2011, 2010.
So. Oh my god, I remember Frank and Weenie scaring me.
Frankenweenie scared you.
Now thinking back,
It was so cute.
No, it's so cute. Let me look at when it came out.
What did you mean? It was gory.
I think I know
How old were
why.
you? Don't tell me, actually.
Okay, well.
Don't tell me, because I'll probably be like, ugh, it's crazy.
It's
We're so
because
little.
they were shaking in it, and that was kind of a fresh thing, and so it scared
makes
me
sense, that
so
makes
bad.
sense, yeah.
And it's also like Meet the Robinsons. Fun movie. But there's not shaking, but her eyes got big.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that, like, Meet the Robinsons was like, I think it was like a year, maybe less after. And so, like,
It's really hard because I watched these as an old person, and you watched these as a very little person.
I did watch
we went
to the movie theater for Meet the Robinsons. I was sitting there. Her eyes got big, and like that's a big, at least at the time, was a big trigger for me. Mm-hmm. And I stood and went, I don't want to watch this, and I walked out of the theater. That's like a little like 2 or 3 year old. I was like, no.
I mean, yeah.
I walked out.
There's only like one movie that I've ever actually like walked out of.
I think that's the only movie I've like walked out of, and I was 2.
Yeah. There was only one movie that I walked out of because I openly said that I didn't want to watch this movie, and I openly said that if you take me to this movie, I will walk out.
What movie?
It was a Jackass movie.
Okay.
I think it was like Bad Grandpa or something. I'm not... You would think that I would be a fan of Jackass because of what I enjoy to laugh at, but I don't like Jackass. I'm a very much a person where it's like first of all, it's not a prank if the person you're pranking doesn't think it's funny. Second of all, it's not a fucking prank if every single time you're pranking your friends, they end up in the fucking hospital.
Yeah, that's
You're
wild.
trying to kill them. You're not having fun. This is not fucking fun. It's not okay. And it's just, you
walked out.
Yeah, I was like, I have real big feelings about the whole fucking franchise, personally.
I also am like...
And I just like, and so it's like I openly told them, hey, if you take me to this movie, I will walk out. And like, they were like, oh, it's like a date. It's like a surprise. Like, it's going to be so much fun. You took me on a surprise date to a movie that I openly said that I didn't want to see. I was like, no. I was livid. So it's just like that was literally the only movie that I've ever walked out on because I don't think that Jackass is funny because I think they take it too far. Because like, the person you're pranking doesn't think it's funny and they're ending up in the hospital. It's not fucking fun. It's not a joke. It's not okay.
I've also learned that, like, for me personally, a lot of comedy movies don't hit my type of funny. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big comedy person. Because, like, I'm very much here, I'd say, like, dry humor. And, like, but, like, situational humor that wasn't really intended to be funny, but now it's funny and it's, like, very, like, playing off each other type of humor, but not in the sense of, like, where they're planning the jokes and doing this and that kind of, like, happens in comedy, whereas, like, I'm very much more for, like, things that kind of happen in a movie that...
So you're more of an improv girl.
I am an improv girl. I'm such an improv girl.
I'm sorry. Like, I think that you should say that loud and proud because there's a lot of people that hate on improv.
That's so dumb. I'm an improv girly because, I don't know, it's just, when it's me, dumb. Because it's, I don't know, it's just so... Like, I have a friend that loves comedies, and good for her. And so I've watched a lot with her. And I'm like,
it depends on which comedies.
It depends on which comedies.
I do.
There are a couple that, but I never go for them. I'm here for the emotional damage that the movies will give me, because it's also like, there are certain things where I'm like, I find myself laughing in those movies too, but I need the emotionalness of it. Like, I can't just do a straight comedy. I don't know. I don't prefer it, and I never like reach for it.
I think I reach for comedies when I want something like not really to think about, like when I just like want to have no thoughts in my brain.
Yeah, see, I go
that's
for like...
when I watch comedies. But I specifically, but there are some comedy movies that I have a special place in my heart just because of like, just like nostalgia.
Yeah.
like, you know, watching it like with my brother, or like, you know, watching it like, you know, like with my friends or something like that. Nostalgia of watching it and being like, oh my God, I can't believe you haven't seen this movie.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I'm forcing Kaylin to watch all stoner movies because she's never seen any of them.
That's amazing.
And first of all, they are bad. I'm not gonna let you know. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, wow, this is the pinnacle of cinema. No, they are so bad. But I love them for it. And I love them for what they do and the representation of the group as a whole. I think that it's funny. Yeah, so there are certain movies where I'm like, yeah, no, like, we gotta watch it. Like, I don't care if
I'm really
it's
trying
dumb.
to think if there's a comedy that I'm like, yeah, that... And it's not that I hate them when I watch them, it's just I don't find it funny.
Oh, I'm trying to think of, like, what my favorite comedies are.
I'd have to... This might be a debate for next week. Stay tuned to figure out what our favorite comedies are. I might have to think about that.
What's your, like, can you tell me, like, your top 5, like, favorite, like, dramatic movies? Or, like, just, like, top 5 favorite movies? And it could be animation or not.
How to Train Dragons in there. And we're going to count the trilogy together, not as 3 movies, because...
Okay. Do you have a favorite out of the 3, though?
I have the most nostalgia for 1. I love the emotions of 3. And I love the adventures of 2. So
Okay, so the answer is no.
No, they're so great.
Got it. Great. That's all I needed to know.
And I sob in every single one of them, and I'm making you watch every single one of them.
Great, let's do it.
Honestly,
I would probably also cry.
You will. 100% you will.
No. I know that I cried before, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a movie that I'm...
I just have a lot of nostalgia because that's like my thing. Anyway, I have a before and after photo of me watching the 3rd movie.
I love that for you.
Sobbing. I'll pull it up. But honestly, I'm not going to lie. We Live in Time is really high up there. It was so
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's the one with the carousel. The 2 people, we talked about it. The 2 people on the carousel. Andrew Jackson.
Oh, the recent one.
The recent one.
Yes, the recent one that I have not seen. Yes.
Andrew Garfield. Thank you.
Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
Is that how you say her last name, Pugh? Okay. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. That's probably up in my top.
I was like, A24 does actually have a couple of my highest ranking films.
It was just so... Yeah. It's such a down-to-earth, hey, the situation's shitty, let's make the best of it.
Yeah.
And there are certain things where I'm like, oh my God.
I want to watch it now. I'm going to sob. Oh, that's why I've been waiting to, like, watch it, because I'm like, oh, man, I need to go cry.
There's a certain scene where I'm like... And it's also, I love...
I cry at every romance. I feel like, honestly, when people are like, oh my gosh, it's like a happy romance, I was like, no romances are heartbreaking. Like, I put on romance movies, like, when I want to cry. Like, when I want to cry, I just put on, like, straight, like, romance movies.
Absolutely.
I'm like, yeah, that is what I do.
I got this from my dad, I know that for a fact. Sound design and, like, how sound works in a movie, I'm so here for. The sound design in that movie is very good. I love when they have the score versus when they don't. I love when they let it just play out. I'm not going to mention Black Sails because it does the same thing.
All right. Love that. It's not a movie, though. So
it's not a movie. Count. It doesn't count. I will...
Okay, so we have 2 so far on your list. What's the next one?
God, I'm really bad at picking up my favorite movies.
I mean, yeah, there's like a lexicon of so many.
I have some written down. Let me look at the movies I've seen.
Great. I mean, no surprise, one of my favorite movies is Coraline.
That's a great movie.
Oh my God, shocking. The next movie for me is The Farewell. It is an A24 production. I know a lot of people did not see it. First of all, Awkwafina's performance in that is so fucking spectacular. I think that she captures the idea of what it is to be an Asian American that has family in China, to go see their family and then to feel less than because of certain things. I think that she did a phenomenal Sorry, I know I'm getting real close to the mic and it's popping, but like, sorry, I think she did a phenomenal job at doing that role, and I really cannot speak highly enough that I think that people should watch this movie. Yes, obviously there's the diaspora of like, oh, she's an Asian American, and like that's probably what drew you in the most. No, the story behind it of what it means and what the generation to like the older to younger generation connection and what that means within cross cultures and what that means within family ties is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen in ever. I cannot, like, you just people need to go see this movie. People need to watch it. It's really, really good.
Have you, what else is she in? There's something else that she's in. No, I was going to ask.
She's in Crazy Rich Asians.
That's it.
And she's also in, I really liked Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich, thank you. I was like, that's honestly probably up in one of my tops. Just because it's fun.
There's also like, you know, seeing certain things on screen that happens a lot behind the scenes within certain Asian cultures was really big. Like,
I think they're making a second one.
Like for instance, like my mom my mom actually really liked that movie.
Really?
My mom really liked it, and I was like, oh wow, that's so interesting. My mom's the white one, just so that everybody's clear.
They are making a Crazy Rich Asians too.
Because the dynamic between the grandmother and, you know, the like
protagonist,
her as like the American girl, really hit home, because there is a thing in Asian culture that when you have a boy, a male, specifically a male, not really necessarily the girls are, you know, whatever, you can, you know, they don't bring much to the family because we don't carry on the name, so we have no honor in us. It's a cultural thing. I understand how that sounds because I get it, because that is a cultural thing. I understand how it sounds, trust me. I'm not trying to like say that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but like, you know, the idea of like them, like the grandma taking their son, the idea of the grandma only raising them, the idea of the that is the only thing that happens, and that the mom has no contact was like a really big thing that hit home for my mother. And she was like, yeah, no, I
really liked that movie.
Stuff like that.
The wedding scene.
Oh, okay. This is also
God.
why I want to get married in Asia. Like, I'm so sorry. People are like, oh, like Western weddings, they're so gorgeous. And I was like, has anybody looked at Eastern weddings yet? Has anybody seen how those people get fucking married? Because this woman walked through like a fucking pond lake in the middle of a warehouse with like peonies and lotus flowers floating through.
It was
and
gorgeous.
You're like, what do you mean?
And how the music like stopped to just the vocals, and I was like,
the score, everything.
The vocal, how he was looking at her, and how they looked at each other. I was like, oh my God.
And also like just like the symbolism in the costuming, I think was gorgeous. There's a lot of certain things that like happen where it's like once again, I do deeply relate to a lot of like Asian, surprise, surprise, I relate to a lot of Asian American media.
Wow.
It was crazy. Couldn't be that I'm Chinese or whatever, that like, you know, but it's also like the idea of like the symbolism behind that movie was so big, and I also just thought that it was so fun and like really
such a fun movie.
It's done really well because there are Asians out there like that. There are, I mean, but like not only Asians, but there are people out there that are just exuberantly rich that can just do shit like that. And you're like, that's crazy. It's the concept isn't necessarily that they are like crazy because of the way that they thought, like that they think. The concept is that they have so much money that is crazy that they can do that because of how much money they have.
Yeah.
Like
it's
that
insane.
To me, I'm like, that's crazy.
So I will say that one's like up there for me. I do really.
I
love
loved
that movie.
it. Yeah.
Midsommar. Hereditary's good.
But are those like your favorites?
I'm really trying to think of what my favorite, because I'm like, ugh, I need a horror movie up there. I'm trying to think.
I mean, my classic horror films that I love, there are two.
Okay.
That are really up there for me. The Shining.
Yeah.
I loved The Shining, and I loved The Children of the Corn.
I need to watch Children of the Corn. I have not seen it yet. I know what we're watching next time we're together.
Okay. Listen, okay, I know that some people will look at The Children of the Corn and see the CGI and be like, wow, that was crazy. That was really scary because that was horrible and hideous. And all I have to say is it was done in the 80s, okay, guys? And the fact that the rest of the movie holds up and it's just that one part, we can get over it, okay? We can get over that. Yeah, and then like The Shining. The Shining is like one of my favorite movies of all times. I will literally throw it on any time of the day, whenever, because I loved it so much.
I have a list of the horror movies that I've seen. I need to update it, but I'm like looking at this, I'm like, what? These are so bad.
I kind of wanted to see The Companion. I don't know if you saw that one last year.
Yet.
I also want to get into like the Strangers franchise.
I haven't seen that one either.
I just saw like Strangers 3 be advertised, and I was like, oh wow, that's such an interesting trailer. And then they were like, Strangers 3, and I was like, that's the third movie? That's the third installment?
Literally.
Where was the commercials for 1 and 2?
I have a least favorite.
I love that
movie.
Yeah, which one's your least favorite? Let's go.
Eli. Hated that movie. Hate it. What? How? It's okay. I hated that. How did we get from here to there?
I mean, it's a horror comedy.
Eli?
Is it not the one with the dude from Parks and Rec?
No. I don't think so.
I was like, am I thinking? I can't fucking spell anything. I'm so sorry.
E-L-I.
Yeah, I know. I did E-I-L because I am dyslexic.
So valid.
Oh, not the movie I was thinking of.
That movie fucking sucks. It's
this movie had Sadie Sink in it?
Yeah. And it sucks. And I feel so bad. She did a great job. But it's...
Oh, but like Lily Taylor's amazing. She's a beautiful actress. And Kelly Riley.
It was so bad because it went from... Oh God, are you gonna watch it? Can I spoil it? I hate this movie. You might watch it
I
now.
feel like I might have seen it. I just don't. There are things that like I don't remember.
That's so valid. Well, I'm gonna spoil it. So it goes from like this kid that's like allergic to everything. They go to this house and this woman is like, "Oh, I'm gonna help you," and like then Sadie Sink comes in and she's like, "Oh, like don't listen to her. She's not great." And then it kind of starts being like unraveling in a sense of, oh, this lady's like insane. Shocking. Mm-hmm. And then, so it's this, and then all of a sudden, children are burning upside down crosses. And she's like, we all must like, and like, you're the son of Satan. I'm like, what is happening? How did we get here? And like, it was wild. Like the mom was like, I'm so sorry I never told you. I fucked Satan and you're the kid of Satan. And then they just run off into the sun to go find their dad. And I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? That was the worst thing. And it's like literally floating. Oh my God, it was awful. I don't know how we went from you're allergic to everything to you're the son of Satan. There was no connection here.
Right. Oh, I thought you were talking about Little Evil. That's the movie I thought you were talking about.
It was awful. So yes, that's my least favorite horror movie.
Because this is the.
Oh. No,
I thought you were talking about Little Evil, and I laughed because I was like, it's a horror comedy. Like, what do you mean? Of course, it was going to be ridiculous. And
and also one of the lines. So my name is Eli, and then Sadie Sink goes, "No, I don't like it. I want to call you something else."
Valid, girl.
Sadie Sink does great. Yeah, the reviews are.
I just thought it was crazy that like I didn't realize like who was in that cast, but.
I've seen the Conjuring movies.
I did not see the last one. Did you see the last one yet?
Not yet.
The last one's on HBO Max. So I was thinking about watching the series again soon, just because I can right now.
Yeah. I saw The Ring.
Which one?
Both.
Me.
3. There's 3. I've seen all 3.
Okay.
What I remember very vividly from The Ring is we watched it at like 2 a.m. because when else are you supposed to watch horror movies?
Yeah, obviously. That's the
And
only
then
good time.
We finished the movie and we're like, okay, that was pretty fun. And then the phone fucking rang. And I went, like the home phone rang.
The answer is no.
2 in the morning. And I looked at Alexis and I said, I'm going on a walk. You can join me if you would like.
Absolutely not. We are not staying here. That was crazy.
It was wild. So that's what I vividly remember from that.
Yeah.
I don't remember that movie very much. I remember there was a horse that slid over in the sea.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
It's not my favorite, but it's a cult classic.
Yeah.
You know.
What else? Yeah,
you've seen like the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And you've seen like the original like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Good. I was like, right, you've seen the original ones of
yes.
those.
Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
Yeah. But would you like to talk about yours today, or do you want to talk about it next week?
Oh.
Because I have to think on the rest of mine. My favorite movies.
Oh, Coraline.
Okay.
The Farewell.
Okay.
The Shining. Children of the Corn.
Yep.
There's one more. I have one more slot left.
So I filled 3. I have to think of 2 more.
I'm trying to think. It's probably a Ghibli movie. It's probably like
Spirited Away is phenomenal.
I was like, for me, it's probably like yeah, it's probably like Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away for me.
Yeah.
I think those are like the ones that I watch like the most consistently. Or it's like me. I'm like trying to think. Maybe hold on my last one.
Okay, we'll hold on the last 2 and 1, and then you have to tune in next week.
Yeah, tune in next week. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us on our little void of nothingness, and just like hearing us chat and hang out and do all of our things. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, follow, hit all of the buttons. And if you'd like to support us in any other way, we do have a Buy Me a Coffee link, which is linked in our bio. Thank you guys so much for coming, tuning in, and listening. And so the last thing that we have to say to you is...
What did the void say to you?